I'm excited and positive and hopeful because young people are hungry for what we're talking about. So there is a consortium, I'm going to steal your thunder a little bit, that we are working on together, MasterCard and Ford, a consortium of 25 universities across the country, computer science departments that are changing their curriculum, that in the case of MIT are building an entirely new school that is interdisciplinary, that will graduate a generation of public interest technologists, of computer scientists who also are trained in the humanities and public policy and who understand the implications for what they are developing. And so I'm actually very positive because I spend a good amount of time on university campuses. And when you spend time with young people, you actually believe in the future. And you see how we old people are getting in their way.
I'm still young, Darren. I don't know about you. I'm still hanging in there. I think that the thing that I'm really excited about is sort of the thesis of the Center for Inclusive Growth, and that is this thesis that there are networks that power the modern economy, and your proximity to these networks determines your success. And I think that the technology that's out there today and the technology that'll be there 50 years from now, rooted in human values, because in the end it is all about human values, and frankly I think it's also about ID, and it is about data. I think that technology will allow us to bring people closer to these networks, to realize their productivity and realize their potential. And I do think that that's the future that we're talking about, one that is sustainable, equitable, and inclusive.
Great. Vivienne. Optimistic.
No, I spend all my days optimistic. I build artificial intelligence, and probably the big story around this is going to take all of your jobs. And we'll have a session about this later.
That's positive.
It's a much more nuanced story than that. What jerks like me are going to do is take away all the stuff that make us all sort of boringly the same. All the rote things anybody with a similar background could do goes away. That will be a much bigger transformation, positive and negative, than people appreciate. But it has this amazing silver lining, platinum lining, which is your marginal value to the economy, to society, is what makes you different. If all the rest of it is gone, the more different you are, the more valuable. So my son has autism. I don't want to cure autism. He also has diabetes. Tough. I built him a little pair of glasses, Google Glass, that could read people's facial expressions, and it writes it on the screen. And he learned how to read facial expressions using this. And it turns out, autistic kids that learn how to read facial expressions in natural social interactions also learn empathy, which was assumed to be a separate pathology. It's not a cure for autism. I don't want it to be. He's amazing. I just want him to interact with the world and preserve who he is. If what makes you different is what makes you valuable, my son is priceless. And I want that for everyone. We need more difference in the world. We need technology to augment everything that we truly are, not just sort of augment us into hyper-conformity.
Right on.
Jake.
You know, I think a very simple thing. I think we are on the cusp of killing the resume. You know, a lot of companies are already moving in that direction, you know, and I think ultimately when you start killing the resume, you open up the gates, right? You open up a lot more opportunities for people who maybe don't have the right pedigree, didn't have an opportunity to go to college, or didn't have those abilities to build those muscles when they were earlier in life.
That's great. This has been a phenomenal panel. Thank you to all of you and all of you. Good.